Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving, Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Never trust the Domeless engine. It was an important day at Timmins Sheds on the island of Sodor. Everyone was busy and excited, taking notes and taking photographs. A special visitor had arrived and was now the center of the attention. The engines were excited to see this engine because he looks very famous and very smart. "Who is that?" whispered Thomas to Duck. "That," said Duck proudly. "It's a celebrity." "A what?" said Percy and Rosie all together. "Celebrity. A celebrity is a very famous engine," replied Duck. "My driver says we can talk to him soon." "Oh," said Thomas. "He's probably too famous to even notice us." Just then Gordon arrived. He could see that the engines had been looking at them and monitoring the famous engine. "Paw," said Gordon. "Who cares? It's a lot of fuss about nothing if you ask me." And he puffed away. But later that night, the engines found out that the visitor wasn't conceited at all. He enjoyed talking to the engines until long after the stars came out. He left early the next morning. Gordon was still grumbling. "Paw," said Gordon. "Good riddance, chattering all night. Who is he anyway?" "Duck told you, Gordon," replied Thomas. "He is a famous engine." "As famous as me? Nonsense." "He's famous than you. He went 100 miles an hour before you even thought of." "Paw, so he says," said Gordon crossly, "but I didn't like his looks. He has no dome. Never trust Domeless engines, and they are not respectable. And that's why I said a long time ago, I never boast, but I say 100 miles an hour would be easy for me," he said crossly. And he puffed away with the express. Later on, Duck took some empty trucks to Edward's station. Edward was there. "Good morning, Duck," said Edward. "That famous engine came through the station this morning. He whistled to me. Wasn't he kind?" "Yes, he is," Edward replied Duck, "and he's the finest engine in the world." Then he told Edward what Gordon had said. "Take no notice of him," he said. "He is just jealous. He thinks that no one just should be famous but him. And as a matter of fact, I think I hear him coming now. Gordon raced through the station very fast. His wheels was pounding the wheels. He did it all do it. He did it all do it, he said to himself. He raced past the signal box and was gone. Well, said Doc, he'll get in trouble soon. And he and Edward laughed. Out on the main line, Gordon raced down the track, trying to be like a famous engine. He was going 100 miles, but his driver eased him off. Steady, Gordon, said his driver. We aren't winning a race. We are then, said Gordon, but he said to himself. When Gordon puffed towards Gordon's hill, he began to feel a little strange. Oh no, said Gordon. The top of my border seems to be getting loose. It feels something. Oh, I better go slower. At the top of Gordon's hill, the wind was there. But Gordon was determined to get towards the other side of the hill. No, you don't, he said. But the wind had other ideas. Instead, it curved around Gordon's border, and suddenly the dome of Gordon's border flew off. Gordon was most feeling uncomfortable now. The cold wind was whistling through the hole where his dome should be, and he felt silly without it. When Gordon's passenger run was done, he was on his way to the works when the trucks laughed at him. Never trust a Domeless engine, said one of them, and they started laughing and laughing. Ugh, he said, grumbling as he puffed away. Gordon was puffing back to the sheds from the works. He had a new dome, but he was still feeling down of what the engine might say. I hope the shed is empty tonight, he huffed to himself. But the engines were already there waiting for him. Never trust Domeless engines, said one of them. They aren't respectable. Gordon said no more and went unhappily to sleep.
The island of Sodor is home to lots of Thomas's friends. Friends on the rails, friends on the roads, and even some friends in the air. They are all very different, and each very special. And they are all Thomas's friends. Gordon is Thomas's strong friend. Thomas knows that Gordon likes to boast he is the fastest and the best. Thomas also knows that Gordon is never too proud to help his friends. One day, Sir Topham Hatt told Gordon he could set a new record for pulling the express fastest across the island of Sodor. Gordon was very excited. It would be grand to set a new record. At the coaling plant, Gordon took all of Henry's special coal. He wanted to set a new record, and he didn't want to wait for his own coal. When Henry puffed in, all his special coal had gone. Henry had to take ordinary coal. Gordon clickety-clacked along the tracks. He was sure he was going to set a new record. Then Gordon saw Henry. The ordinary coal had made Henry sick. Henry's face was green. His axles were shaking. His dark smoke made his eyes water. Gordon knew it was all his fault. He didn't want to set a new record anymore. He wanted to help his friend Henry. So Henry gave Gordon his coal, and Gordon gave Henry his special coal. Henry quickly felt better, and that mattered more to Gordon than setting a new record. Thomas was very proud of his strong friend Gordon. One day, Thomas helped Gordon when Gordon wasn't feeling so strong. There was something wrong with Gordon. His firebox whistled and wheezed. It kept all the other engines awake. Percy thought it was very funny. Even Thomas chuckled. Gordon didn't think it was funny at all. He was so worried about his whistle and wheeze that he bumped into a jelly wagon. Gordon was covered in sticky goo from footplate to fender. The other engines laughed. Gordon had to go to the yard to be cleaned straight away. But later, at Tidmouth Sheds, the engines missed Gordon. Thomas felt sorry for him. He told the other engines not to laugh at Gordon anymore. It would make Gordon feel bad. Gordon was their friend, and he was a really useful engine. So when Gordon came back to Tidmouth, Thomas and the other engines cheered. That made Gordon feel very happy. Thomas likes his big, strong friend Gordon. No engine is too big to be a friend of Thomas's. Thomas and Percy are good friends. Some things about them are different, and some things are the same. Can you see what they are? What color is Thomas? Thomas is blue. What about Percy? Is he blue? No, Percy is green. Thomas and Percy are different colors. What about their numbers? Thomas is number 1, and Percy is number 6. Thomas and Percy have different numbers. Is there anything you can see that is the same about Thomas and Percy? Thomas has tanks on the side of his boiler. Thomas is a tank engine. Does Percy have tanks on the side of his boiler? Yes. Percy's a tank engine too. That's something about them that's the same. Thomas and Percy are both tank engines. And they're both really useful. All the engines love having a washdown. Doesn't Gordon look grand? His color is gleaming in the sunlight. What color is Gordon? Yes, he's blue. Is Gordon the same color as Henry? No, Henry's green. But Edward is blue. Gordon and Edward are both blue. Here's Percy. He's having a washdown too. What color is Percy? Yes, he's green. Is Percy the same color as Toby? No, Toby is brown. But Henry is green. Percy and Henry are both green. Now here's James. He's feeling very special. What color is James? Yes, he's red. Is James the same color as Thomas? No, Thomas is blue. James is the brightest red engine on the island. That's why he's feeling so special. Who else on Sodor is red? Yes, Bertie the bus. James and Bertie the bus are both red. What a lot of beautiful colors there are on the island of Sodor.